Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. I'm Millicent Walker. On the news this hour, it's just 2 days before the governorship and State House of Assembly elections, and INEC has begun distributing election materials. With pockets of violence experienced in the last election, security agencies are promising to ensure peaceful elections on Saturday. And the Court of Appeal grants Atiku Abubakar and the PDP access to election materials. We find out the implications of this development. Welcome everyone to the program, and we are counting down to another election day in Nigeria, this one to determine governors and lawmakers in different legislative arms of government. The electoral umpire says it is making efforts to ensure that this time the exercise goes without any major hitch, and we begin to monitor activities of INEC in the distribution of election materials across some states of the Federation. Now let's begin in Plateau State, North Central region. Sensitive materials we hear for the governorship and House of Assembly elections for the state are being distributed to the 17 local government areas of the state for onward transportation to the registration council areas. Now, Resident Electoral Commissioner in the state, Halilu Pai, assures that with early distribution of the materials, elections at the various polling units will commence at the appropriate time across the polling units. In Edo State, South region, the electoral umpire has begun distribution of materials to 18 local government areas of the state as party agents we hear are on hand to inspect the process. In Oyo State, Southwest, the Independent National Electoral Commission says it is poised to achieve incredible polls without violence and logistics hiccups on Saturday. Now, the INEC rec in the state, Mr. Mitu Agboke, made the commitment during an engagement with ad hoc and INEC staff on the need to be efficient and effective during Saturday's polls. Now, INEC sorted sensitive materials, and this is the northern side, Nassau State now. INEC says it is prepared for Saturday's governorship and State House of Assembly polls as all election materials have been deployed to all 13 local government areas of the state. The state's resident electoral commissioner, speaking to journalists in Lafayette, assured that polls will commence by 8 a.m. Saturday to avert hitches experienced during the previous presidential and National Assembly polls. The People's Democratic Party moved a step ahead in their bid to seek what they call a redress to the outcome of the presidential election as the appeal grants an ex parte motion filed by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar seeking to access election materials and make certified true copies of same. The panel of the appeal court, led by Justice Abdullah Boke, however, turned down the appellant's request to scan and carry out a forensic audit of the electoral materials. Our correspondent, Amaka Okafor, reports.
On Monday, the 5th of March 2019, lawyers to the People's Democratic Party candidate for the 2019 presidential election, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, filed a motion ex parte asking for orders of the court to allow him access all documents and materials used by the Independent National Electoral Commission in the presidential elections. In the ex parte motion dated March 4th and filed March 5th, Atiku and the PDP specifically applied that the appellate court, serving as the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, compel the electoral body to allow their agents to scan and make photocopies of vital documents used in the last presidential elections. The applicants hinged the appeal on the grounds that Alhaji Abubakar contested in the just concluded presidential election, that he is dissatisfied with the outcome of the election, that he requires all the materials used for the election for the filing and maintenance of an election petition, and that time is of essence in the case. In a unanimous ruling delivered by Justice Abdul Aboki, the court allowed the motion and also ordered that INEC, which is the first respondent in the motion, to allow Atiku access to the election materials. The court, however, refused to press 3 to 5, which sought an order to scan and carry out a forensic analysis of the electoral materials.
No, it's just leave. It's order for inspection of document, which is the first step in election petition. And today, the Court of Appeal, sitting as the Presidential Election Tribunal, has granted us that order to inspect documents that INEC used in conducting the election. That's the summary.
About the court turned down phrase 3 to 5?
No. Those are the prayers that will come up during the pre-hearing session.
Alhaji Abubakar has scored over 11 million votes to come second in the February 23rd presidential election, as against the over 15 million votes declared by INEC for President Buhari and the APC. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.
And it's a disappointing news for the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in Taraba State. Sani Danladi, the Federal High Court there in Jalingo, disqualified him from participating in Saturday's governorship election. Now, the court based its ruling over allegation of falsification of age in the documents supplied to the Independent National Electoral Commission by Mr. Danladi. Now, we hear that he represented Taraba North Senatorial District in the National Assembly on the platform of the People's Democratic Party before joining the ruling All Progressives Congress in 2017. He is Governor Darius Ishaku's main challenger in the state.